Hello everybody, my name is Virginia and this is our Booktube channel. So here's the thing. I started a Booktube channel in Portuguese in Brazil in 2023, and I'm having such a fun time creating videos about books, and reading. That is something that I absolutely love. And at the time when I started, I considered creating my channel in English because what I read primarily is literature written in English or translated to English. So, however, since I was new to content creation and I wasn't comfortable in front of the camera, I thought that not only overcoming my shyness and also speaking in English would be such a difficult task that I decided to start in Portuguese and see how it goes. And it's going great. I'm having a lot of fun. And YouTube created the feature that some channels can be dubbed in other languages. When they announced that, I thought, well, so all my problems are solved. YouTube will release this tool for us and my channel will have an English version. However, the state of all things AI related, it's worrisome and it doesn't align with my personal beliefs regarding politics, regarding the environment. So I've decided, and the morality around AI in general. So I've decided to put up a brave face. So I invited my dear friend Juliana, that you guys will see next week. We will share this channel each week. One of us will post a video. And I think that's it. The first video I decided to make was the cliche booktube video, new to booktube tag, of course. And I think it's a great way for us to start this journey. Juliana will make her own version of the tag, so you guys will be able to get to know a little about both of us. And that's it. Let's go answer some questions. The first one is, why did you start this channel? Maybe I explained it a little, but the reason I joined Booktube in general, it's because although I do have some reader friends, they are not as much of a reader as I am, and not saying that in an arrogant way, like, oh my god, I'm such a reader. No, it's because I read too much. Basically, when I do a buddy read, for instance, I read the book in like 2 days. The other person will read like in a month. So I wanted to make more bookish friends. That's it. And it certainly was a way to find new friendships around books. And it has been an amazing adventure for sure. It's to share one of my biggest passions in life, that is to read, and to find someone, like the feeling that you have when someone reads something you said you like it and they also enjoy it. It's such a rewarding experience for two people to share this found love for something that I want more. I want to not only share with my Brazilian or Portuguese speaking friends, but also all around the world, especially because I read a lot of things that it doesn't have a Portuguese translation, unfortunately. So yeah, basically that's it. What can I bring to Booktube? Well, first of all, reading is such a personal experience. Like, we can both read the same book and hate it and love it, and the characters, the dilemmas, the struggle can touch us in such a different and unique ways that I have the opinion that everybody that enjoys reading could start a booktube channel to share their thoughts and feelings regarding books. It's at least to me, it's never enough. I always want to know what people think about what they are reading, what their favorite books, and all things bookish related. So what I can offer, it's my personal perspective, my how my personal journey in life affects my reading and my enjoyment of a book. Everybody can bring something amazing to booktube. So I think, and the fact that there are not a lot of Brazilian booktubers, international booktubers in the booktube community, English speaking community, let's put it that way. We have a huge Brazilian community and it's amazing. We have such amazing booktubers, and some of our booktubers also have English speaking channels. I really enjoy a book Leo. I enjoy, oh my god, her name is Marcela. I don't remember the name of her channel, but I will surely link down below. And there's a famous, really one of our biggest booktubers named Tamiris, also have her English speaking channel. So I that I know of, there's only 3. So now there are 5. And that is, I think that is what I can bring to booktube. What are you most excited about with this new channel? Well, like I said, reaching new audiences, because we know English is the language that easily unify everybody, especially on YouTube. So if I want to reach a larger audience around the world, I need to be speaking English. So that's what I'm most excited about. Like, I can't wait for someone like who lives in a super far away country to find my channel and relate to what I'm reading, and we can share this experience and we can talk and bond over books. How can you not want that? It's amazing. Like, can you imagine? So I'm really excited for that. And of course, if this video reaches anybody, right? I'm hoping it will. Let's see. Why do you love reading? Well, I was kind of a nerdy child. When I was a teen, reading was my favorite activity, pastime activity, for sure. My parents were not great readers. However, they always gave me books, encouraged me to read, and they always made an effort for me to become a great reader. And also I had the luck of having a great library in my school, and I was friends with the librarian. I used to cut class and hide in the library, like, oh my god. Oh god. And yeah, so I had access to all, and also we have great editions of classics adapted in the language and structure for children and teens. So I read all of them and I loved it. In fact, I read a lot of things that I shouldn't because of my age. So, and that is where I found myself, where I explored worlds that I couldn't believe, and it opened a whole universe in my life, and surely it helped me to go from a not so favorable position in life to go to a really good school, a really good university, and graduate. I am a lawyer. I'm also a lawyer, and it made a huge impact in my life. So I love read, and the fact that it's a solitary activity and contemplative. If I say something weird, in like a weird word, bear with me. But it's an activity that I find peace. Like when I'm with a book, I'm not in my cell phone, notifications are not reaching me, so it's a relaxing activity in a chaotic world. So yeah, I love it. I would love to just do that for the rest of my life. That would be amazing. I don't see that happening. However, we can all dream, right? What book or series got you into reading? I am 38 years old. So that means that when I was a teenager, Harry Potter was a big thing. And I will not, in this channel, we will not support that woman. Let that be clear right off the bat. We will not me, I know that I don't support. Juliana also doesn't support. However, we cannot deny history. And Harry Potter sure did have a huge impact in my life regarding reading. I loved the series when I was a teenager. I was 13 to 14 when I read the first book in Portuguese, and it had only the first 2 volumes, and then my life was, I was expecting the new Harry Potter book, and I read the last one in my second year in university. So it spent this amount of time that that Harry Potter was a part of my life. It's considerable, and that is such a hurtful thing to think about, and I really don't like to talk about. However, every time this, like, what made you into a reader comes up, it's inevitable. And it's good that we can already establish that in this channel we don't support J.K. Rowling. So that, and when I started to read Harry Potter, I also started just a few years later. I really got into Agatha Christie. Oh my god, I read all of her books. I had a neighbor that was also addicted to her, and she had the entire collection, and she lended it to me, and I devoured every book. I loved it. So although Harry Potter maybe paved the way, what really made me the reader that I am until this day, it was Agatha Christie, for sure. What challenges do you think starting a YouTube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Well, obviously language. I think that my English is comprehensible enough so that you can enjoy the video. However, it's kind of a struggle to think and to be funny and to make jokes and like be yourself, your selfest self in other languages. So I think that obviously this will be a barrier. There is a famous quote in Modern Family that Gloria says, "Do you know how intelligent I am in Spanish?" And that is such a relatable quote. And but I hope that when I'm more comfortable, because I am out of practice actually speaking English. I primarily read in English. I when I read when I listen to audiobooks, I almost always listen them in English. I never speak English in my day-to-day life. I work at home. I work with in a family business. I have my own business. I have my booktube channel. So speaking in English is not something that is part of my daily routine. And I'm hoping this will be a way for me to practice the speaking part of my English, and maybe with time I will be even more comfortable sharing my ideas in English. Yeah, and the fact that I have, like I said, 3 jobs, and this will be my 4th job, and officially, and that will be demanding. I hope I can keep up, and it was one of the reasons why I invited Juliana for us to share. We already spoke about what we wanted. We had this idea already, and like a week ago I said, let's do it. So we decided to make this together because so that we can do everything we want in our Portuguese channels, and now with this channel that we can share the work that and the demands of maintaining a channel. Because people, when I see other content creators, they're like posting a bunch of videos one after the other, and they have, like, I feel so jealous because they don't need to read books to make content, and I know I chose to make this sacrifice to read, but like it's so easy. They just sit on the, it seems so easy. They just sit and talk, and like they made research and such, and like, but it's not the same. And obviously we will use the same books that we read for our Portuguese channels in in this channel, but it takes time to make videos, and I prefer longer videos, like talking. I'm not a TikTok girly. I am not short, concise girly. That is not my thing. I really like long, talkative, a lot of explanations videos. So if you like this kind of videos, this will be the channel for you. When did you start reading? I became a reader when I was a teenager, for sure. I remember reading. I remember reading a lot as a kid. My parents used to. We have a really great collection of children's books in Portuguese. Like, our top writers all wrote some things for children too. So we have the, oh my god, the Vagalume collection. Vagalume, like the bug that the butt has light. I don't remember. I don't remember the word, and it's the name of the collection. And they had amazing books. I remember reading them. I also read for school. Every month we had to read a children's book, but reading for pleasure, for my own taste, It was when I was a teenager for sure, and I was a really fast-paced reader until I got into university. And reading for law school, it's terrible. You have so much things to read, and you have to do internship and everything related to university. So I stopped reading literature, and I only came back hard during the pandemic in like 2000. I started a bit early, but what made me come back to my teen years was the pandemic. And let's not talk about that. Where do you read? I usually read in my couch, when I'm in bed, before sleeping. Yeah, that is. But I also every time I have Kindle on my cell phone, so every time I stop for something, like going to the doctor's appointment, waiting for something, or whatever, I always have a book read in my Kindle. So every time I stop and I have to wait something, I am reading. And like the big chunk of reading that I do is always at home at night, relaxing with some Diet Coke. That is my favorite beverage, with a lot of ice. And that's it. And the $1 million question: what do you like to read? Well, actually, you can tell, but this is a classics collection, and that it's a spoiler of what kind of books I like to read. I am a really I don't know the word. Like, I read almost everything. I primarily read classics. Then almost in the same amount, I read mystery, thrillers. Like I said, Agatha Christie is one of my favorite writers. I love books from the golden age of detection, that time period, with the related to the authors of the Detection Club. In fact, I am reading now, studying actually, the golden age of detection, written by Martin Edwards. I love the British crime classics library collection. My dream would be to have all volumes. Can you imagine? And this one is Lucy Worsley biography of Agatha Christie. I'm also reading, and yeah, I also like historical novels. I used to read a lot more, but just now I am jumping into them again. I love the Victorian age, so yeah. And I also love romance books, but I like the Regency novel books. So Lisa Kleypas, Tessa Dare, Mary Bellog. Oh my god, I love Mary Bellog. Lorraine Heath. Oh my god, I love her. And all the amazing Sarah MacLean, and like this kind of, I forgot the term. Oh my god. I think they are Regency novels, right? So, but you know what I'm talking about. The Bridgerton kind. Although I have issues with Julia Queen's books. That is a conversation for another video. And I am not a huge science fiction reader, but I am really, really curious to read Dune, because I love the movies. Oh my god, especially the second one. I am addicted. I already watched it like 5 times, and it's amazing. And I really, really, really want to like go deep in to dive in this universe. I am not a really horror reader. I am way too scared. I live alone. So yeah, I am not reading something that will make me jump at every noise, especially because I live near train tracks, so it's really noisy. I would be jumping like, no. No. I also don't like, I don't read a lot of contemporary fiction, and not really my cup of tea. I also not a big fan of contemporary romance. Although I do sometimes read a good rom-com that it's like highly praised. When I read contemporary books, usually they are mystery thrillers or something in that genre, for sure. My favorite authors, like I said, Agatha Christie, Wilkie Collins, I love him, oh god, and Ian Forster, oh Jesus, he's amazing. I also like some Brazilian authors, obviously. Machado de Assis, it's one of my favorite authors in Portuguese. S.H. Queiroz, he's Portuguese, he's not Brazilian, but he also he's famous in Portuguese. And I think that's it. I think that for a first video, that was enough. I think we got to know a little. And please comment, subscribe, welcome to our channel. I hope you enjoy our videos, and